Welcome back everyone to another Mars Anomalies video. We're looking at a site I featured a couple of years ago. It has this huge dune field which seems to have subsequently to the first video I did moved on and revealed a ton of new anomalies. This is located in the southern mid-latitudes of Mars in a region called the Terra. The site is just south of Pi. Let's take a closer look. The photograph is called Dune Symmetry, and the MRO acquired this on the 28th of December 2009 at 25.5 centimeters per pixel resolution. The images that I'll be showing you are cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file, just over 1.1 gigabytes in size. There's a look at the strange dunes and the Dune Symmetry, as the high-rise team calls it. The anomalies I'll be showing you are some of these white dots that are littered across this area. We have Pi located there to the north, and the site we'll be analyzing is located roughly at 42 degrees, 47 minutes south, 38 degrees, 2 minutes east. We'll have a look at some of the other anomalies at sites close by towards the end of the video. To start off with, I'll be showing you the anomalies that are really, truly out of place, like this megalithic block located right there in the center of this image. I estimate that block to be about 10 meters in length. Look at the uniform thickness on the one side, the uniform width, and the right angles as well as parallel edges. The two protrusions or knobs located symmetrically on the top makes me think we're looking at an artificially designed and built structure. Then we're looking at the two megalithic blocks located over here, folks. I'd say they are about 9 to 8 meters in length. Check out the uniformity in the thickness on this one side, as well as, this looks like a slot or a spacing between two blocks that are very similar in size and shape. This one also has the customary protrusion or knob on it. Let's zoom in on this part of the image. Check this out, folks. This piece is about 12 meters across. Get the right angles to it. Very well defined edges. Uniformity in the thickness of this rectangular part on the top. Could that be an opening? Then we have another long narrow part, very straight here on the right hand side. Looks almost like some type of metallic structure. Then we'll zoom in on this item. Check this out, folks. Again, we've got this narrow, smaller rectangular part on the top of a larger piece. This one's parallel with that edge over here on the right hand side. Again, are we looking at some type of opening or vent? Who knows? Then we're looking at the small block on top of that item. I'd say it's about 1.5 meters to 2 meters across. Check out the straight edges and right angles to it. Very smooth, bright surface. Looks like it's manufactured of some other type of material that we don't find in this area, or not abundantly anyway. Then we're looking at the blocks over here, and of particular interest is the groove or bevel on this one side. 90-degree angles, parallel sides, and then the dome-like protrusion over here to the left. There's another one of these very bright rectangular objects, very smooth, flat surface as well. Here we have another block next to a rather strange item. Check this out. I'd say the block is about 4 to 5 meters across. Again, we've got straight edges, right angles, parallel sides, and then is it part of this weird teardrop shaped piece? This entire region is covered in sand, so I would estimate at least 90% of the anomalies are hidden on Mars under huge dune fields and sand. Check out this, find this very intriguing as well. A rounded part over here, and I'd say that there is about 15 meters in length. Check out the arc shape to it. It's got a uniform width as well. Another block over here on the inside, and then the right angles to this part on the left. This looks like some type of wreckage, maybe an old outpost. And then this oblong feature seems to be hollowed out, and it's got this dome-like part in the center. I don't know what to make of this, folks. There are other dish and disc-shaped anomalies in this photograph. I'll show you those towards the end of the video. I discovered those when I initially analyzed the site a couple of years ago. Check out this circular part over there. That's about 3 to 4 meters in diameter, and this part also shows up in the photograph I originally featured. Check this out. Rather odd piece, hollowed out on the inside. Megalithic block. It's got some sort of curvature on the inside. We'll also have a look at the triangle depicted on that part. Let's zoom in on the block. Check out the straight edges and right angles again. And then it's hollowed out, carved out here on the inside. Mind you, it even looks as if that might be another part on the inside. It looks like it's sticking over the edge of this part. Don't know what's going on there, folks. Some really odd pieces in this photograph. Then we're looking at this item. It's huge. I'd say it's about 20 meters across, and it's also slightly dented in or hollowed out. Straight edges to it, right angles. This looks like metal, sheet metal that's been dented. Whatever happened to Mars, it was a major catastrophe. And we're looking at these weird rectangular blocks with small protrusions or knobs on them. In the last video, I featured a couple of these that have the long narrow part to the one side. So here we see that type of design repeated again. And we're looking at that block over there, and it also has the customary smaller object on the top right there in its center. We have another one over here, about the same size. Check this out, folks. Same shape with the rounded corners. Similar part over here. Take a closer look at that. Small part there on the top right there in its center, casting the shadow. And there's another block over here to the left. The placement of the small block on that larger item is also rather interesting. It's right there in its center. Check out the small block, right angle over here as well. Here's another one of these strange metallic type anomalies. It looks almost like tin foil that's been bent up. Check that out, folks. Right there in its center we've got the small protrusion or knob, like we've seen over and over again on Mars. And again in this image we see another small object placed in the center of a larger piece, one of these odd plectrum or teardrop shaped objects. Again another block with a small dome-like or spherical part on the top. Check this out, folks. There's that triangular depiction on a piece that's about 6 meters across. Check out the dark spots on this object, depicting what I speculate to be another one of those triangular designs. Then again, alignment of smaller, similar sized objects placed equally apart. Let's zoom in on that part in the center of this image. Here we see what looks like another triangle, and then a row of 3 objects over here to the right. And that we've seen often as well. I showed you that and many examples of that in my last video. Right, let's head on over to Nahagastera, to this site just south of Pi, located to the top. And as you can see, NASA has photographed this area a number of times, so something of high interest is located at this site. There's the discs that are previously featured. This was when the dune field was slightly different. They look very similar in size and shape, pointing roughly in the same direction. There we also have 2 very similar objects with these smaller parts in their centers, pointing in the same direction. There's that circular item I pointed out in this video, and there was also another one. Check that out, not visible in this photograph. A strange pyramidal feature on this symmetrical base part. So let's have a look at the anomalies just briefly once again. And I'm sure you'll agree with me, there's plenty of very, very potential evidence of intelligent design and manufacturing on Mars, be it now or in the distant past. Just like here on Earth, the ancient civilizations used materials that were abundantly available, like rocks and megaliths, to construct things. Check this out. Lots of what looks like metallic debris. And then a weird block with this corner carved in slightly. It's got like a bevel on it. Let's have a look at these objects. This was a terrible photograph. But again, the smaller objects on top of the larger ones, check this out. This looks almost like some type of outpost. Uniform width to this darker, lower step, if I could call it that. Block, small part in its center. Again, small spherical object in the center of that. Again, check this out, folks. Something tells me we're looking at evidence of intelligent design and manufacture on Mars. Piece of very thin material. I wonder if that's like sheet metal. With that said, we've reached the end of this presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, everybody. I'll see you in the next one very soon. Bye for now.